Okay, so I want to go over what happened last week.
We went to a party.
Party time. Yenian left the group twice.
Yeah. Sure, I can do a proper recap, I think. So last week, we started off, Juniper handed us his invitation for the party, and we made our way to the underground city of Kegum, and then learned that we had to mention all for ourselves for a day and a half, I believe, with butlers.
A couple days.
A couple days. Yenian tried to pull off his fire trick. Graven stopped them. Kerveius and Rowan, thank you, bought Graven and Yenian. Oh my god, bought Yenian some clocks, necklaces to put around their necks. They refused. Yenian roared. Then we all went to the party. Learned that there's an informant over there named Chemo that wants to sell us information, and we essentially told her that we were looking for Zongold, and she told us that she would give us more information on the doctor's hideouts on the condition that we would give her the credit, and we would tell Juniper that it would be mentioned to the secret circle that it was her doing. And then the doctor showed up to the party. Rowan has met the doctor, talked to the doctor, trying to be sneaky, but did not work too well. Yenian went on his own little adventure with a lady, and I believe that's it.
Yeah, I think we left off with Yenian leaving with his new friend.
Yep.
I was basically running point the entire time.
Yep.
I was basically trying to figure out how I could screw over the party without getting drunk.
Graven also learned the location of one of the hideouts.
Indeed, and that's where we will pick up as you guys make your way back to your mansion.
Well, two of us do. I don't know.
Some of you make your way back to your mansion.
Three of us.
As for the three of you, the evening festivities are over. You've decided to return to bed and pick up your stuff next day and figure out what to do the next day. Do you guys do anything specific while on the way back to the mansion or at the mansion?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, so you guys sleep peacefully through the night, waking up the next morning to some of that special coffee and breakfast all over the table.
I will not drink as much of the coffee this time.
Too strong for you?
No, the coffee part's fine. The alcohol's a little much.
Oh.
Yeah, it's dwarven coffee. Strongest dwarven coffee had like half and half of alcohol and coffee. And she got white girl trash last time.
Yes.
Not
That's
pumpkin
true.
spice latte, but still.
Has Ian come back in the morning?
Probably not. He's probably sleeping. He'll probably be back like afternoon, 11, 12.
Okay.
I regret saying this, but where's Yenian?
He went off with his lady friend. I just want to point out, I tried to stop him, and he shoved me, put his hand in his face, and he shoved me aside.
Normally, I would say he's a big boy and he can take care of himself, but I'm a little concerned.
Well,
I am too, but at the same time, we're talking about Yenian here.
he is the one that can take the most physical hits.
I mean, knowing him, he probably tried to do his fire trick to impress the lady, singed his eyebrows off, and is sleeping in an alleyway somewhere.
No, I'm actually surprised that lady liked him, even though he had his eyebrows singed.
Hey, maybe that's our stick. But
Maybe.
we'll finish
colored
finish
it in with
breakfast,
Sharpie,
and then
guys.
we will go and look for him.
Sounds good.
Also, we had lunch plans potentially. Did our servants ever get that sorted out?
They let you have breakfast first. But if you ask them about that, they do have
I
the
asked
details
about
to that.
it. Yeah, I do ask about that while I'm eating breakfast.
Yep, they give you like a little clipboard with some paper on it. with the notes written down of where and when to meet.
What is that, Kerveius?
Business lunch that I arranged while we were at the party with a rare minerals and metal dealer.
You think she knows information?
I'm hoping I can at least get some of their wares. It's actually not necessarily towards the immediate issue that we're dealing with, and it's more along the lines of this. And I start playing with the amulet.
Oh.
I figure we're underground. There's a lot of earth. We know the fire parts of this seems to be activated, so I figure why not give it a shot?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Actually, where didn't you say you went to look over at the library for your amulet yesterday?
I just hang my head, yeah.
No one can read the book.
It's apparently an ancient dwarven, so we'd have to find an old dwarf, and no one's really thought about having the books translated before those people die, which means they'll be lost knowledge.
Oh.
So
I'm sorry.
Which means I have to also go look for cranky old dwarves.
An ancient dwarf.
And hopefully they'll be nice enough to help me. So, with that in mind, I look at one of the servants. Could you help me with that?
Sure. What do you need?
No, I was looking at the servant. You're not my servant.
Oh, sorry. I heard something else.
If you're pledging fealty to me.
No.
They kind of look back and forth between another. One just gives you a quick nod, runs off back to the kitchen, and kind of pushes a dwarf out the door. He's obviously the chef, as he's not wearing his Sunday best as most of the servants are, and he kind of just swipes some overcooked food and some foodstuffs off of his shirt. He looks over at you specifically, your face. He's like, what?
I was hoping you could help me find a dwarf that was knowledgeable in ancient dwarven that could help me read a book or translate a book.
Hold on. He goes back into his kitchen, comes out 30 seconds later, just lays a piece of paper on the table. Don't tell him where you got this.
Okay.
Then he just kind of hex right off.
I look at the servant or the butler and I was like, is there any way for me to express my thanks to him?
Probably just leave him alone.
Lunch then dwarf or dwarf then lunch? Oh wait, there's Yenian in there too. All right. What time?
Yeah,
it's we just finished. We're getting close to finishing breakfast, so that's what
We have a few hours, essentially, is what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah, we have a few hours, so I'm thinking maybe dwarf first, then lunch, or depending on how quickly we do the dwarf, unless we split up.
I had one thing that I want to do, but I could probably do it in an hour or two max.
What do you got to do?
Same thing you did. Go to the library.
Good luck with that. Probably end up with the same results, so...
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, I'm looking for information on the bow, so...
Yeah, I was looking for information on the amulet, and it found a book in Ancient Dwarven.
Yeah, but I mean, if I could get something in any language, it would be more than what I have. So yeah, that's my plan. I don't know about you guys.
I don't really have any plans, so I'll just go along, or I can wait here for Yenian and see if he stumbles in.
Well, I mean, if you've got something you need to do...
I can't think of anything, not really, not down here. Other than to avoid Dr. Barden, since that was awkward last night.
Did you give him our address?
No.
No.
Good.
But she did make herself memorable.
Yeah, but you should not be able to find us.
You never know.
If he shows up at our doorstep, we have problems.
Yeah, we do. I can't remember if Chemo said she was gonna meet us here, or...
Overworld, I believe.
Okay.
I would like to try the dwarf first, because if we succeed, then we have the whole day to work with him. If we strike out then we still have the whole day ahead of us.
Right.
Because it's quite possible that it could take the entire day to find Yenian. Unless, of course, we split up.
Well, Yenian can find me easily. He has a tracking stone for me. It's just a matter of us finding him.
I mean, for all we know, he could stumble in here at any minute.
This is
True.
also true. He hopefully knows where we are or how to get here. Yeah, let's just... We're sitting around doing just talking, so I go to the dwarf. Graven, I guess you'll go to the library?
Yeah.
Take your pick, Rowan. Stay here. Or come with one of us.
Rowan's gonna chill with her alcoholic coffee and wait for Yenian.
Alright, so we'll go with Kerveius first. So you head down to where the paper tells you it's an old... Well, it takes you some time, first of all, to get there, about like 30, 45 minutes. As you do eventually find your way, with the help of some dwarves and a few other helpful folk, you're able to find your way to what looks like an old abandoned mine. It seems to run pretty deep down into the earth. It's hard to tell exactly why this mine was abandoned, but as you draw closer, you begin to see like huts built out into the mine, and in normal dwarven mining fashion, this isn't just like a tunnel, it's like an actually open cavern that they've mined out.
Alright, so I head up to the address.
Yeah, but it certainly looks like it's home to an old angry dwarf man, as the windows are essentially all broken, the door's kind of hanging loose on his hinges, and you see the old dwarf guy just kind of sitting there in his rocking chair, he's like on the fifth level of houses built into the cavern.
Okay.
He just gives you like an old dead eye with his left hand on what looks to be a repeating pistol.
I slowly approach and lay forth a bottle of alcohol in front of him I got from the mansion. Peace offering for your help.
He looks at the bottle and just starts laughing in this old, gruff, real like rough smoker's laugh. It's like, young folks sure know how to butter me up. He just like takes the bottle and drinks it all in a swig.
Hi, my name's Kerveius, and I was wondering if you could help me read this book. It's in ancient dwarven, and after digging around and asking around, someone said you might be able to help.
Those old dwarven texts. They never bring nothing but trouble.
Well, hopefully I can prevent that with the knowledge I gain.
He just kind of looks at you, looks at the book, like, I'll tell you what. You promise to bring me more of that alcohol? I'll read this book.
Deal.
And he just holds out his hand.
I only brought one bottle. I'll be back.
Look, give me the book first. Take some time to remember.
Okay. So I hand him the book.
Takes the book, goes into his house, and just kind of like lets the door close behind him as he goes to read it.
I'll go back and get more alcohol.
It's another like 30-minute walk, so it takes a while to get from there to your house.
That's fine. And this time I will grab my bag of holding and grab a couple of more bottles. We'll say a dozen.
Nice.
I'm like, that should hopefully be enough for at least an hour. And then I'll head back once I fill up the bag. And to make sure I get, like, not crappy stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff. Yeah, it takes you about another half an hour to get there.
I will actually grab 2 bottles of top shelf, but I'm going to save those last.
Nice.
Emergency bottles.
So you get the bottles. It takes you another half an hour to get back. He seems to be just quickly flipping through the pages, reading a couple lines and moving to the next page.
Upon arrival, I pull out one of the first bottles and just slide it over.
He just like takes the bottle, breaks it on his table, and just downs the entire thing in a gulp. That's pretty good. Doesn't beat the old day stuff, but yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so what am I reading?
Anything that would help me learn more about this. And I hold up the amulet.
He just kind of looks it over. He's like, Do you have a name for it?
That's the problem. I found it. So I don't have a name. Unfortunately, I don't have a name. But I kind of show him the inscriptions on it that have been revealed. And he goes, I know these inscriptions revealed through fire. So I know it's elemental based.
Yeah, he just kind of continues flipping through the book. Takes him a little bit. Eventually, he comes upon a page. He's like, I think this might be what you're looking for. I don't know.
I pull out paper, dictate what he says, anything about it.
He's just like kind of reading it over, and then slowly telling you what he reads. And eventually, you get the gist that you've been on the right track. Essentially,
Okay.
it requires elements in their purest forms, nothing magical.
Okay. So non-magical purest form of the element. Cool. All right. Well, I thank him. How long have I been there? Approximately doing all that.
About 45 minutes.
Okay. I'll pull out another of the regular bottles, and then I'll pull out one of the top shelf bottles. One is for payment. The other is for friendship and thanks.
He just gives you a smile and puts the top shelf away. He just gives you a thumbs up.
And I leave. Back to the mansion.
Back to the mansion, and you do eventually get back to the mansion. You've walked this path a couple times now. It's not too hard to remember.
Alright, so I'll arrive back. I'm assuming... Has Yenian arrived yet?
I don't know, has he?
I was gonna do something first. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Oh, Envda.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna do something for her house first.
Okay. Like what?
So when I woke up, after the niceties are out of the way, breakfast together, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her. That was kind of a big deal when the doctor arrived last night. Have you been to those parties before?
Oh, yes, I go to many of them quite often.
So he must be pretty well known. I mean, everybody seemed to like and respect him.
He is a pillar of the community, as one would say.
Where's he from, or does he just travel around?
Honestly, no one's really ever asked him where he's from. He just kind of travels.
And travels? Does he mention where he goes a lot?
Oh, he talks about helping people wherever he's needed.
He's needed. So he doesn't really talk about any specific places.
No, not really.
Well, it'd be nice to know where he was in case something came up eventually, but I'll find a way to contact him.
Well, he's always said he doesn't believe in keeping an office. The more he's able to travel, the more he's able to help.
Well, that is true. I mean, being able to get to anybody who needs assistance is better instead of making them come to you. I mean, obviously he's well known though. So does he have a phone stone that some of the members can reach him at, or?
Well, he must, but if he does, he's never talked about it with us.
Strange man. Helpful, but strange.
He is a little strange, but he only means the best.
I guess I'll excuse myself. I don't know, whatever niceties I can do. Get her phone stone number. I'll call you later.
She just gives you like a wink as you're going out.
I'll wink back and then just start to head back towards the mansion. No, in no particular hurry. I'd probably slowly walk there.
You're not exactly far away, so it's pretty easy to get there.
That would all be probably around, like I said, like 11 or noon.
Yep. And then Graven.
Yes.
What did you want to do again? You went to the library, right?
Library, yes.
So you head on to the library. The librarian just gives you like a little bit of a look, returns to their business, and then just lets you do whatever you want, essentially.
Sure, so I immediately try to find something. Category relics, bows.
Yeah, using the dwarven decimal system, you're able to find something approximately close to where you're looking for.
Okay.
And there seems to be a book that is kept. Specifically, it looks like it's an old and like a kind of old Elvish language. You're able to get most of the words, but the translation's still a bit soggy.
It's Elvish?
Yep.
I can recognize it as Elvish.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any words that jump out at me?
Bow.
That is definitely one that jumps out at you. That one has seemed to remain the same.
It can at least get a name for this. Is there such a thing?
It doesn't actually give a name. It just kind of tells about the bow itself.
Okay. But I would probably have to bring it to a translator.
You're able to get a good amount of the words. A lot of some of the translation is a little bit lost to you, but you're able to get the gist.
Okay. Is there anything more that I learn?
Yeah, why don't you give me an investigation roll?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you, God.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to inflict. Get an inflection, I think that's the word, from a couple of the sentences that the bow is more, it reflects more of, like, your personality.
Oh.
So it's not much about what you can do for the bow, but it's reflective of your personality. And you have to figure out what your personality is attached to the bow.
So it shapes it around the user?
Essentially something like that, yes.
Okay. That would make sense. All right. Can I find if it's safe to put potions of enchantment on them, on the bow?
That's probably a hard call, as no one's ever really made those potions before.
Can I get a place of origin for this bow in the book?
As you look for the place of origin where it originates from, that part of the book is actually, like, scratched out.
Scratched out?
Mm-hmm.
As in, define scratched. Is it like pencil scratched out, or is it like actual like
a dagger? Someone took a dagger to the book.
A dagger. Okay, so the paper is cut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I bring the book to the librarian, and I ask how much if I want to actually buy this book.
She just kind of like eyes you over a couple of times. Yeah, you don't have enough.
Yeah.
Burn.
She can tell you've been robbed before.
God damn it. Harsh, low blow. Could I feel like the pages could potentially be repaired with magic?
Something like this doesn't really happen in a library. No one goes to a library, destroys a book, and gets away with it. So it was probably done before it was at the library stock. It was something destroyed that long ago. Can't really.
Right. But when I mean like using magic, like is it
right,
would it
but
be
it's
possible?
because it happened so long ago.
No. Okay. All right. I'll put the book back and head back to the mansion then.
So is it safe to say that we all make it back around the same time?
Yeah.
Welcome back. How'd your questing go?
Fruitful, actually. Kind of confirmed a lot of my assumptions, suspicions, and whatnot. So I need to expose this thing to the four elements in a pure, non-magical way.
Okay. Yenian, how was your night?
It was good.
So,
Graven, any luck with your stuff?
Yeah, actually, I found some new information on my bow.
Good.
Apparently, the bow, from what I could learn, it seems to shape around one's personality, which would explain a lot of what I currently.
So it's molding itself to you?
From what I can tell, yeah. Another interesting fact is that I tried to find a place of origin, and that information was actually scratched out and unreadable in the book.
Well, that's
So-
interesting.
It sounds like someone's trying to hide it.
And where did we get that? That bow was from a store, right?
It was Vigo's shop. No, not Vigo's shop, but it was a store, yeah.
Wasn't it implied somewhere that it was stolen?
Yes. Oh, actually, wait. It was Vigo. Yeah, it was Vigo's shop. The magic store in the Sudaran Empire. Stole it from a dragon.
Hope that dragon doesn't find you.
Curiouser and curiouser. Yeah, I know, right?
Alright. Who's joining me for my lunch in?
All of us, I guess?
I'm
I
pretty
mean,
sure.
we all need to eat.
I think Rowan, you were with me when that happened, right?
I think so. Probably.
Okay.
I kinda stayed at your side for a bit.
Yeah. So at least Rowan, if you guys want to come, you're more than welcome to. if you want to investigate the good doctor some more.
I'll come along to lunch.
Yeah, I can, but Yin, you actually there's an errand that we need to run that we've just forgotten for a long time.
I kind of just look at him blankly.
And I'm looking very curiously.
He still owes me my 2 adamantite arrows.
Well, actually, the luncheon might work because, like I said, I'm here. I might potentially purchase raw material.
Raw material?
Yeah. Like
The fine raw material?
adamantine ore.
Yeah, but then he'd have to make the arrow himself.
Yeah, but think of how many arrows you could make.
But I mean, isn't and one, why? 2, isn't that like super hard to work with?
I said, look, I just need the raw material in a pure form, pure non-magical form for the amulet. After that, who knows?
It might
But-
just be easier for those two to go shopping.
I don't get how with the amulet, like you cannot just shove the amulet into a pile of raw
I just
adamantite.
have to expose it.
You
doesn't
don't know that.
Why not?
You don't know that. It might work.
It works with a
Expose it to my
campfire.
Why not expose it to my adamantite arrows?
Pull it out.
Shoot it.
I pull out an adamantite arrow
Shoot
and
it. Throw it up in the air and
I
shoot it.
Alright?
No.
And then I grab the arrow and I have it touch the amulet.
I grab the 8 remaining arrows and I surround the amulet.
Nothing happens.
Yeah,
Shoot it.
physical contact. You gotta physically contact the thing. That's why I said touching the arrow.
Yeah, all 8 arrows are touching the amulet.
Didn't it take a while
Yeah.
for the campfire to work?
Yeah.
No, nothing happens.
Yeah. Also, the thing is, the arrows have been worked already. They're not technically pure.
Shoot it.
Do you have a point?
The campfire was pure because it was pure fire. That's why I didn't think this was gonna work, but I was gonna try anyways. It didn't hurt. That's why I figure I need the ore, which is more pure.
But is adamantite really pure though?
They might,
The ore might be.
The ore
I mean,
might
it's
be.
worth a try.
And whether it is ore or just going outside and shoving it and burying it for like a night.
I mean, honestly, if I were to go with your ideology, instead of using raw adamantite, I would actually just go like the most down to the center of the earth that you could, and then bury it.
I already
Not a
set
bad
up,
idea
Yeah, it's not a
either.
bad idea, but I've already set up the lunch date, so I might as well go through with it at least. Make a
Yes, don't want to be
contact.
rude.
Make a contact, make an ally, maybe.
Okay, sure.
Once I'm all prepped and ready, we'll take
I'll go with him.
the carriage to the meeting point for lunch.
The boys can go shopping.
I still think you should shoot it.
No,
Why not? It's gonna happen.
I've already caused enough grief to this party.
I've laid off you for a while, so I mean, if you want to give him incentive to get back on,
Yeah,
What's the worst that could happen?
I destroy his relic.
I don't think that'll happen.
Oh, also, I guess before leaving, I'll take the risk, and I'll break potion 29 on the bow, potion of poison enchant, and hopefully I don't fuck up my relic.
Hmm.
And I pray to the gods that doesn't.
What do I want to happen in this?
If it's a bad idea, just let me know and don't let it like destroy my bow. That's all I'm asking.
You're
know.
already committed.
I know, but it's like I just hope it doesn't destroy it. That's all I want.
So as you pour the contents of the bottle onto the bow, the contents that you poured onto the bow actually begin to sizzle. I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. That doesn't fail. There we go.
Okay.
Alright, you take 22 points of damage
oh,
as the bow kind of wails and retches inside of your mind.
Okay. I get it. I get it. I stopped pouring the potion immediately.
The shine on the bow, as it just did have a bit of a shine to it, kind of fades and loosens its luster a little bit. And whatever connection you did feel with the bow feels a little bit weaker than it was before.
Fuck. I knew it.
but you did it
I'm
anyways.
like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I won't do that again. And it's like I try to like deeply apologize to my bow mentally. No idea if that does anything.
Bo is giving you the silent treatment.
I feel like maybe I should do one of those bat meditations like I did to try and really apologize to it.
You know how to apologize to your bow?
Huh?
Pour alcohol on it.
No. No. I've already caused enough. I knew this would probably go bad, and yeah. Ugh.
Next time, follow your instincts.
Yeah. Yenian was starting to rub off on me.
All right, so what do you guys do for the rest of the day?
I think Kerveius and I are on the lunch date.
Yep.
I'll change my plans and I'll actually do a bat meditation.
I'm gonna laugh at Graven for a while.
I say, hey, instead of laughing at me, you can go buy my 2 adamantite arrows that you promised a long, long time ago to get.
I don't know where to get them.
Find one. Find a place.
Why don't the two of you just go together?
I need to spend the time to
Apologize to his bow.
apologize to my bow. Because I lost a bit of connection there.
Alright, I'll tell him I'll go get his arrows.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
As soon as he rounds the corner, I go to the bar and get something to drink.
If you don't come back
know
my
it.
arrows, you're gonna get some. You're gonna hear from me.
All right. So the rest of you head to your luncheon date. You follow the address on the paper. It's just like essentially a little swarm of shop. Some hardworking dwarves over at the counter, just cutting some undescript meats off of a meat thing, stuffing it into sandwiches, and just serving it up on some bread with some the stuffs. And everyone there looks like they're quite enjoying it.
You're making me hungry. I've had shawarma. Shawarma's good.
I have not had the pleasure yet.
You're missing out.
Yeah, so you guys.
Do I see Liore? Like as soon as I see her, I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, you see her. Roll me a perception check also. You do see a couple of folks who seem to be not normal folk. They seem a little heavier armed and a little heavy armored.
Greetings and salutations, Liore.
Ah, yes. It's great to see you all.
Have you been to this place before?
Oh, a number of times. I do so love it here.
Is there anything you recommend, since this is my first time at this place?
You know, honestly, just tell the chef to fuck me up. That's what I do. Just fuck you up, chef. And he'll give you the chef special.
Alright, fair enough. So I will order the chef's special for lunch. So, shall we eat a little bit first, do some pleasantries, or shall we get back down to business?
It's like, well, first of all, let's enjoy our sandwiches, and then we can get down to business.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
She and her guards are just mowing down on the sandwiches, and it takes about, 15 minutes for them to finish.
Yeah. I am impressed with
And
the
then-
security. It would mean that the wares are well worth protecting.
Well, I certainly don't come cheap, and I certainly, I do have a whole lot of product I push.
Well, hopefully my purse is large enough for your wares.
Ah, we'll see. We'll see.
What do you have to offer?
Well, what are you looking for, particularly?
I'm looking for non-magical, pure elements of earth.
Non-magical, pure elements of earth. Are you looking for solid form or liquid form?
Yes.
Well, how pure do they need to be?
The more pure, the better.
To kind of just rubs her chin, trying to think. Now that is an odd request.
Well, someone who is a purveyor of odd and rare minerals, I was hoping you could accommodate.
I think you are looking for something that is of liquid form. How do you feel about magma?
Rowan just sort of sits back a little bit.
I actually kind of eye Rowan as
She
this
just very quietly sits back a little bit.
From the distance.
Blank face.
Do it.
I have like the 3-mile stare.
You have my attention.
Well, as any geologist like I knows, Earth is created from magma. I guess if we're technically looking for the most pure form of Earth, that would be it. As it is what creates the Earth.
So, I could dare venture towards magma, a magma flow then.
Well, they are hard to find as they are, under the ground.
Yes, very true. You wouldn't happen to know where a source would be.
I may know where you can find some.
And the cost of that information?
Well, I assume you're not actually looking to buy it from me. So let's say a favor for a favor.
A favor for a favor? What sort of favor?
Well, my market does come with a lot of different competitors. Some not so legit as myself. They're looking to make a quick buck over some fake rare mineral as compared to me. As I take pride in my work, I look to make a quick buck on the real thing.
Okay.
Alright. What would you like to be done?
Well, I know of a seller out there doing their dastardly best to undercut my prices. And I know that their wares are not good. If you could remove their option of selling for me, I could show you where you can find some of this magma.
I'll pull out the top shelf bottle that I still have and pour a glass for each of us. Deal.
Fantastic. She takes the glass and just drinks it back.
So I assume we get all the information on this person and then conclude the business meeting?
Yep.
Then we will head back to the mansion to inform the others of our little mission. And on the way back in the carriage, I kind of sit back and just kind of rub my head. I'm like, this is enforcing.
A little close to home for you?
Yeah, but at the same time, it isn't, because it's someone who's ripping people off. So it's someone who deserves it. That's why I managed so well with being an enforcer for so long. I took the jobs that deserved it, and then the jobs that didn't, I slacked off. They started realizing it, and that's why they targeted my mom. She didn't really owe them anything. They were trying to test my loyalty. Obviously I failed.
Balls. Yeah. But you're okay doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should be fine. Unless it's a duplicity. Yeah. Then I'm gonna burn her ass, but...
Drop her in the magma. Better her than me.
Yeah, so... But doing this will get me one step closer to what I want done, so I've got no qualms about it.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me none. Especially since I can't use magic on it. How are we gonna do air?
I don't know. And I just start swinging it. I just start swinging and...
You gotta go out from under the ground to do that.
Yeah, as you start swinging it, it dawns on you that you're still underground.
We could try to go to the highest mountain peaks. That's the only thing I can think of in terms of pure air.
I could carry it with me in bird form and fly really high.
For a whole day. Because it was in the fire for an hour.
Then just drop it and let it hit all the air on the way down.
We'll figure it out somehow. But this feels like a good, solid lead for Earth. And that was the one that I was really worried about.
Right.
So this is the one that was troubling the most. Air and water, I don't see it as being as big an issue, but I'm sure they'll have their own particular speed bumps along the way.
So do you think Yenian actually bought the arrows for Graven?
I just give you this like deadpan like
Oh, I'm grinning.
And we cut back to the mansion.
Where I still need to meditate.
I'm gonna ask one of the servants, whatever they are, if they can go out and get some adamantite arrows.
They nod their head and just leave.
Okay. And I'm gonna continue drinking at the bar.
They come back in like half an hour with
Okay.
Bill and some adamantite arrows.
All right, how much are the arrows?
It's 2,000 gold.
And I'm just gonna put those in my bag.
And you guys return to the mansion.
Yep. So making sure that everyone is back first before you can let everyone know.
Yeah, everyone is there. No one left.
We have a mission.
We do?
Yeah, the price I am paying for the information I got from that business deal.
Am I gonna like this?
I think so. She
Okay.
wants to take out a competitor.
Who's
Competitor-
committing fraud?
Yeah, the competitor is selling cheap wares and using underhand tactics.
Oh, yes, I do like this actually.
So this is where our experiences in our past lives will come into play.
Guess so. Yeah, and you're sure the target is Frauderick.
Well, I'm trusting her on this one. So that is the information. We can try to do some research on this, which I would prefer, because then we get the
Right.
lay of the land.
For clear conscience, yes.
Recon.
For your clear conscience, yes. For me to make sure I'm not walking into a trap, yes. But yeah, let's figure out some information on this target, and then make it more difficult for them to sell their wares.
Sure.
So I guess we do investigation, Dirk, to find out more on this person.
Yeah, how do you plan to go about it?
Well, first of all, I don't even have a name for the target or a place. 'Cause we never said that.
I feel like something was forgotten at lunch.
Well, we said I got the information, but he never said the actual information.
That's true.
So now I'm going to go over the information, which I'm hoping you'll provide to me now.
Sure, let me grab the information. I'll give it to you.
Do I need to make some wisdom checks for that bow meditation, Dirk, or is that...
The bow already hates you.
Don't say that.
No, you don't need to make any checks.
Okay. Do I feel that it forgives me?
Hard to tell.
The road to forgiveness is long.
Does that say Snot Till Slatebringer?
Do you mention that name out loud to us?
Yes.
I crack up.
Yeah, I crack up too.
Is this like a goblin or a gnome?
Deep gnome.
Deep gnome? Okay, we know the place of business.
It is like in a small little hut off Darwick.
I asked any of the butlers or servants if they happen to know about this particular dealer.
None of them seem to know much about him, as they have lived most of their lives in Kegem.
All right.
Also, we got to get out of here
Yeah,
first.
we got to get out. We have to leave.
Okay.
I just have to get this done. There's no real time frame on it, but if I don't do it, I don't get my information.
And she'll contact you how?
We have her name. I'm
Yeah,
sure we
have her
can.
name, so we can find her again. I mean, she was at the party. That's where we met her. So I'm sure Juniper. If anyone who might have a good chance, it would be Juniper.
Okay. So it sounds like we need to go to Deckham or whatever it was.
Darwick.
And Darwick. And we also need to get back to the Certain Empire to report to Juniper.
Well, why don't we just use the phone stone for that?
Actually, that's one thing I want to ask. Is there such a thing as an insecure phone line?
I didn't create this technology.
Yeah, how familiar are you with how phone stone works?
I have used it for exactly the amount of time that it was given to us.
I mean, let's see. As a burglar, I don't want to say much.
Yes, it's probably pretty hard to tell.
Okay, I mean, if you would feel more comfortable that we travel to the Sudaran Empire first. Unless-
Yeah, because this is very
Wait.
sensitive information.
Juniper's not in the Sudaran Empire.
Sorry, not Certain Empire. Farspire.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll head back to Farspire, report back to Juniper. I look at Yenian, you can buy more potions. and then we'll head to Darwick. I mean, we may even find out more information about this guy on our way.
That's true. So you guys leave Kegaram and go to Deerwick.
I mean, if there's nothing more we need to do here, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Actually, before we leave, Yenian,
What's up?
do you have my arrows?
I'll reach in my bag, kind of dig around. No, they were out.
You better fail.
Oh, you rolled something. I didn't even see you roll anything.
Yeah, he rolled insight on you, so you have to roll deception.
Yeah, but he has lying through his teeth.
I know you have them. What are you talking about?
I didn't even leave the house today.
But I can tell that you're not telling me the truth right now.
Am I not? I'll reach in and pull out 2 arrows and hand them to him.
I just start snickering as the arrows are handed over.
Okay, so what do I have to roll exactly for this?
For what?
Yenian, give me another deception.
Deception? Okay. 5.
No. Like, you heard the sound of the arrow.
Like the quiver, a bunch of arrows?
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. And they're like kind of smacking around the other arrows. He's not doing a very good job of hiding the fact that he has, what,
Yeah.
eight other arrows in there?
So I see your 2 hands in my hands. I'm like, do you have other arrows in your bag?
Sometimes.
Can I look at your bag? Yenian?
No, that's a violation of my privacy, and I don't feel comfortable with that.
I cast Mage Hand.
I close my bag.
It doesn't matter. I can go through it.
Roll me.
It doesn't
sleight of
just
hand.
have to go out through the opening. It doesn't just become...
Yeah, I'm gonna say that gets it. The arrows just kind of float out of your backpack.
I take them back. Those are my arrows.
At this point, you're kind of grappling with an unseen hand. Roll me.
I'm not trying to grab them out of the air. I'm gonna walk over.
yeah.
To Graven. Those are mine.
How come you have 8 more adamantite arrows in your bag?
Because I bought 10.
And why would you do that?
Oh.
Maybe in case you might lose arrows.
I feel like they're probably a good backup in case you try and get robbed again.
There's no way that I would ask you to buy 2 arrows and you would buy a whole quiver.
It's a good backup for if you get robbed
Look.
again.
You've got Yenian for extra arrows. You've got me for extra daggers. Don't complain.
Well, now that I know that you have those extra arrows,
No, you cannot have them. They are mine, and I love them.
and what are you going to do with them, can I ask?
Look at them.
You could stab someone with one.
I
Hey.
could.
They're precious to him. Leave him to his precious.
I'm gonna throw it at his amulet and see if it works.
I guess make me a ranged attack.
No, I was saying that, not doing it. Like, I'm saying it out loud. Like, you asked what I'm gonna do with him. I'm gonna throw him at his amulet and see
You
if it
know
works.
I'm going to entertain this. I take the amulet off.
I throw it.
That'll make me a ranged attack.
Am
I take the amulet off and hang it somewhere it doesn't
point?
hit me.
I'm gonna say you have to spend a key point, or otherwise you're not proficient.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a key point. 10. Does that hit an amulet?
No, that just like flies right past it.
I throw another one.
Oh my god.
26.
That hits it, and like it kind of swings a little bit, but it doesn't actually do anything.
Satisfied?
No, it still needs to be shot from a bow, but he's not gonna do it. I'm gonna take my 2 arrows.
Rowan is just standing back laughing.
I figured it wasn't going to do anything. That's why I was.
I throw the clock at it.
I was as I'm putting it on. I will cast shield if necessary.
No.
The clock
that
doesn't
doesn't
hit
hit
me.
me. I don't
Just kind
have
of
to.
flies right by you.
You want to leave that here, or you want to take it with you?
I like it as a weapon.
You might want to go get it. Let's hop in the carriage and go.
Oh yeah, I guess I might as well add that to my inventory.
Giant
You
sword
better,
necklace.
because if you suddenly don't have 2 arrows, I'm not giving you 2 more.
Hey, listen,
These are my arrows now.
you have 8 adamantite arrows on you that are perfectly good arrows.
They're mine now. We've bonded.
You bonded.
The entire carriage ride, I'm just going to take out an arrow and look at it, and then look at Graven, put it away secretly.
I mean, don't tempt me.
I just pat both Yenian and Rowan, and then eventually Graven on the shoulders, just laughing the whole time. He's like, let's go.
You have yours, these are mine.
While we're in the carriage on our way back, I'm going to look at Yenian. May I look at one of them?
Taking my bag and pulling out here.
I start petting it like an evil cat.
You too?
Well, if you didn't make such a fuss about it.
They're arrows that I could use. No one else uses arrows in this.
I can throw them.
Yeah, and obviously miss 50% of the time.
And I hand the arrow off to Rowan.
I take the arrow, just sort of looking it over. Yeah, this is nice. It's very nice.
It's adamantite.
I know.
I pull out one of my own arrows and start doing the same thing.
Someone has arrow jealousy.
I just think it's really great that Yenian bought this arrow.
Not just one, a whole quiver.
I know.
Did you mention how you bought 10 instead of 2? Can't remember.
I just wanted 10.
Do I have to roll another insight?
I don't feel like he's lying.
That's the big question here. Is it a lie, or is that something Yenian would do? Is drop $2,000 to make a joke?
I'm essentially trying to figure out if I can know that he got a butler to buy the arrows.
Does it really matter at this point?
I mean, I paid the butler.
I want to call you like a lazy ass or something.
Doesn't matter how it got done. It got done.
And I'm just like gesturing like towards James, like, yeah, see.
You know, if you're not happy with them, I'd be glad to take the other 2 arrows back.
If you're not happy with your arrows, I'll be glad to take your 8 arrows from you.
I'm very happy with my arrows.
I kind of like.
I love my arrows.
I'm looking over at Rowan. I'm like, I'm seeing a trend of like gifts being given to Graven and not being appreciated.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like he wants no more gifts.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not because I dislike 2 out of 2 gifts or 2 out of 2 gifts went wrong that I don't like gifts. I'm just gonna like shut up and sulk for the rest of the way. Like visibly like.
And now there's 8 adamantite arrows in my bag that are literally never going.
If I need to, I know I can cast Mage Hand then.
Could, but that would upset Yenian. You stole his precious arrows.
No, it would not. I think I know you enough at this point that it's just to spite me.
He's just giving you a hard time, Graven, just like the rest of us. Relax.
And I still keep sulking.
Every once in a while, I'll poke Rowan for old time's sake.
Best use of 2,000 gold ever. I'm gonna take a nap on the way there and just kind of tuck my bag underneath me.
Oh, come on.
She gonna hug it and like curl up into a ball with it, just covered.
I want to whisper to Kerveius, and I am trying to not be heard by anyone other than Kerveius. I just want to whisper and be like, I can't believe I actually got Graven to buy the arrows. Yenian, sorry.
So I'll just be like shrug, lean back, and I'm like, if you want to try that tonight, sure.
Rowan's just going to sort of choke laugh.
How long was the trip from Kegum back to Farspire? Was it a couple of days?
Yeah, it took a couple days.
Okay. I figure we're in a carriage, and I slap the manacles on her.
Oh, god damn it! And I start trying to fight with the locks and see if I can...
This time I'm actually like helping you, like teach you.
Alright, what is this, sleight of hand?
At this point in time, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm just like,
Okay.
the carriage ride is bumpy, and...
I'm almost curious to see if she breaks it in a way that it's stuck on her.
Nah.
Okay.
have to shoot the manacles off adamantite arrows.
Oh my god.
I think, yeah, this carriage ride's a little bit too bumpy for you, so I take the key out, unlock it, and put it away.
One day I will get this.
I mean,
Not today, though.
You said you were a bad...
Not today.
You said you were a bad student. I didn't realize you were a bad learner.
I never did well with just, like, sitting and staring at something. Like...
Staring... Well, you are staring at it. You are...
Yeah, see, I mean, like... I don't know. I was always better with animals than...
Maybe you can train a chipmunk to pick the lock.
Somehow, I don't think that's gonna work.
You could always ask Bajorn.
Yeah, I wonder... I don't know if he'd be able to pick a lock or not.
I
Sort of
don't know.
absentmindedly pat the bear claw.
Did you guys do anything else while in the carriage on the way back?
No.
I think we're pretty
No,
good
I
in
think
terms
so.
of just goofing off roleplay style.
So 3 whole days pass, and nothing really happens.
But I do, when we do stop for the night, because I don't think we're going to be in the carriage the entire time, I do want to,
No.
like, make sure I'm teaching Rowan how to pick the locks.
I mean, you could always try to ask the bear for help.
Sure, I'll,
3 hands are better than 2.
yeah, sure. Alright, so, when we manacle me at night, essentially, I'm gonna
Not
focus
for the whole
on...
night, just, you know.
I know, you know what I mean. I'm gonna reach out mentally to Bjorn and just be like, so, I'm trying to learn how to do this, and I don't know, do you think you could help me out a little bit?
The bear just kind of like pokes its ethereal head out of the bear paw, looks at it. Yeah, I'll say it's good enough. Like he goes to bite at your hand, but you notice that his teeth are just affecting the manacles and not your actual forearm, as he just kind of breaks the manacles on your hands.
Bjorn, you are amazing.
And he goes back to sleeping inside the bear paw.
I pet the bear paw. You're amazing.
He didn't pick the lock, he broke the lock.
I don't care. It's still amazing.
Well, I guess you don't need to learn how to pick locks then.
I still want to learn how to pick locks,
That's
but
not how
I
you
just
pick
have.
a lock.
Well, okay then. I'll have to. What do I have to like buy you new manacles?
No, but if you really want to, you can.
Not if I don't have to.
She's not really a lock picker. I guess she's more like a lock breaker.
Which is also handy in tight situations.
Yes. Yeah.
And actually, that's more efficient if she is ever drunk again.
An interesting thing to know now.
So, do I keep teaching you, or do you want to rely on Bjorn?
Well, I still want to learn. So
Okay.
Bjorn's a nice backup.
I guess only one of the cuffs was broken, so you can keep working
Try
on the other
and-
cuff.
Try and pick the other one. Nope.
Nope.
I mean, there's 3 days, so it's 2 more tries, right?
Nope.
Better. Never mind.
Yeah, I guess I would meditate with my bow during those 3 days.
I'm actually gonna bury the amulet one of those nights. I doubt it, but I'm just gonna why not?
Yeah, you bury it, and you pick it up in the morning, and it's covered in dirt.
I brush it off, clean it up.
Yeah, not too much happened.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but it was worth a try. So looks like magma's gonna be the way to go.
Darn.
Unless we can get back to that place where we fought the lava golem. Maybe we can retrieve the 2 arrows too.
Those arrows are mine now.
Yeah, Bad, go ahead and roll a wisdom check to see if you're able to commune with your bow.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems to be recovering from whatever you did, so it's not like you severed the link, but it seems like you affected it in some way.
Is it good now, or as in it's still severed?
The link's getting a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah, learn not to do that anymore. So what am I going to do with all those juniper enchant potions I have?
Use them.
On what?
The arrows.
For like one-shots?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to use
If you can't use
the...
it on the bow, why not use it on the arrows?
Yeah, but I mean, what if the arrow breaks? Then it's kind of useless, no?
It's useless sitting in your bag.
I thought the whole point of the adamantine arrows is they don't break.
That's true. I could put them on an adamantite arrow.
The only way you lose an adamantine arrow is when you actually literally lose it.
That's true.
Like off the side of an airship.
Or into a lava golem.
Yeah, okay, I hadn't thought about that. I have a potion that says potion of enchant weapon.
Mhm.
I don't even know like what that does.
Probably enchants it. Makes it
Oh
like
wait, what?
easier to hit things and to do more damage kind of thing.
I'll think about it, I guess.
Don't think, do.
Look what happened with my bow.
That was your bow, not your arrow.
Yeah, but your ideology has
Only
cost
good
me.
things happen when I do it.
That's not true.
What's bad that's happened that I've done with my potions?
Wasn't
Let
there like one
me-
potion? Maybe this was a dream, but I remember like you were half of you was big and half of you was not.
No, that was
No.
berries.
Yeah, that was part
That's
of
still
my,
berries, bag.
yeah, that was part of herbalism. Which I haven't really done much with lately.
Yeah.
That's when I stole the berries out of her bag and ate one.
Oh, that's right.
We're doing a couple of throwback references.
Thank you, Kerveius. You made me remember to do one thing that I want to do.
You're welcome.
You'll know at some point.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's not a.
I kind of like slowly back away
You might
and
do
like
a potion 54.
kind of grab Rowan gently and just kind of slide her slightly in front of me.
I'm just gonna elbow Kerveius, like, right in the stomach.
I deserve that.
It's nothing bad, guys.
Use the potion. Do it.
No.
Yes.
No, okay. You guys want to know?
Only good will happen.
No. That's not true at all. Because
All
look
right,
at
I'll
what
just-
happened.
I'll show you. I'll use it on one of my arrows.
And then give it to me?
No.
Then
Then
what?
it's my enchanted arrow.
What are you going to use it for?
Hey, maybe he'll pick up a bone
Special.
in Farspire.
Have you seen him shoot a bow before? Have you seen him shoot the bow on the airship? How he was missing all the time?
We all have our bad days.
I wouldn't consider that a bad day. I would just consider it like a general day.
Well, you could teach him how to shoot a bow then.
How's your training coming along, Graven?
I haven't picked up on that in a bit.
What, have you given up on it?
No, because it seems like that's reinforcing my will. Will is
I
one
pull
of the
out
key
one of
components
the
of my bow.
bottles. I took one of the regular bottles I took from the mansion and handed over to Yenian.
I take it. I'm gonna take a drink.
Which one was that?
It was a good bottle, but it wasn't the top shelf bottle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is pretty good alcohol. Definitely real good dwarven alcohol.
I push it towards Graven.
This is dwarven alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'm touching that.
It's for training.
I need lighter alcohol. This is gonna knock me out.
It's not that strong. I mean, it's not one of these bottles, and I'll pull out the very strong dwarven alcohol that I have. It's just a regular one.
This is dwarven alcohol, though. This is not regular.
But it's not the strongest alcohol. It'll be fine.
I take one sip and leave it at that.
Oh, and I kind of lean over to Rowan. I have some more bottles for your coffee if you ever want it.
Excellent.
So does this mean we're doing training tonight, or?
Oh, I'm always ready to do training, but some nights you don't seem to want to drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. The last time we did training, you made me drink and we didn't train at all.
That was your training, was drinking.
That was not training.
That is absolutely training.
Passing out? I don't think so.
Well, it's not the passing out, it's the avoiding passing out.
I took a sip. Do I feel something?
That's a good buzz.
I take another sip.
Still a good buzz.
I take a big drink.
I mean, it's not like super, super strong. It's real good. You just real good.
Okay, I just take like a normal gulp.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll drink one glass then, and go until I guess I'll go until I'm actually drunk and not, I don't want to exceed that limit.
Yeah, it takes a little bit, but it gets you there.
Okay,
Like
perfect.
2.5 glasses later.
Okay, all right, let's train.
Okay, don't pass out. Stay awake as long as you can.
Stay what?
Stay awake as long as you can.
Awake? Okay.
That's your training.
What?
That's your training.
I don't get to sleep tonight, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying you don't get to sleep. I'm saying try and stay awake as long as you can. You're drunk. You'll fall asleep eventually.
I'll stay awake as long as I can and then go to sleep for 4 hours? I guess this is the plan.
Yeah, but your goal is to stay awake as long as possible.
Yeah, but I have to get my night's sleep.
Yeah, so you get the
Traveling
last.
on the road, you don't need to.
You'll be the last one to sleep. That's all.
Sure, I'll do that.
Maybe a constitution check, I guess?
Okay. Oh god.
This is going to be a fairly easy check, but I guess not.
Yeah.
You're just really tired because you've been riding in a carriage for the past couple of days. It's real bumpy and tiring on the body. And normally you can stay up pretty much all night, but with this traveling and this way of traveling, you're just real tired. You just kind of fall asleep like 2 hours into it.
As
Sure.
soon as I realize he falls asleep, I'm just like, well, I was gonna cast suggestion on him, but I guess not.
You should just draw on his face.
I lean back with my hands up, like, I'm not touching that one. I've had my fill of penance and vengeance upon him for what he's done to us, so...
Oh, it has nothing to do with vengeance. I'm gonna take a little piece of, charcoal out of my bag, and I'm just gonna, draw...
I'm gonna take some charcoal and write Yenian is the best master.
I'm just gonna, draw animals and, squigglies on his face. His whole face is gonna have, animals on it, little balloon animals.
Yeah, right on the forehead, I'm just gonna put Yenian is the best master.
So we just had a meta moment. The whole scenario of us playing Pictionary early before the stream.
Yes, all over Yenian, or all over Graven's face.
All right.
I'm just sitting back and I'm just watching this whole thing happen.
As soon as I'm done, I just, put the charcoal back in my bag, wash my hands off, wipe my hands off, and just sit back.
I'm glad you're my friend.
Well, he's my friend too. He's just drunk and you're not.
This is why I don't drink.
Smart man.
So I usually don't drink.
This is what you get for failing your training.
I never failed my training. When did I ever fail my training?
The thing is, you
This will-
believe that this is your training.
This will give you incentive to stay up longer while training.
Okay.
I thought so badly about using your potion on your arrows.
I think even Kerveius would step in on that one. Are we there yet?
I mean, I wake up.
I act like nothing's different.
Same.
Does the carriage person look at me weird?
They're driving.
But oh, we actually didn't stop.
No, this is when you were stopped at like a night, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess before going back, does he like look at me weird?
He looks at all of you weird.
I just look at him like, what? Bad morning?
He just shakes his head, rolls his eyes, and gets ready to drive
I walk
off.
up to the driver and hand him a gold piece for your troubles in silence.
He just sighs. He's like,
Can I throw perception for him to say that?
Are you gonna perceive? I was gonna say, are you gonna perceive your own face?
Funny. But yeah, can I roll perception to hear what he said?
yeah, sure.
Because right now I have no freaking clue. Oh, god damn it.
Like, were you saying it quietly? Were you trying to be stealthy about it?
Yeah, I was just being very subtle about it.
All right, give me a stealth check then. So it could still be worse. No, it's better. Only just a little bit.
Like,
Okay.
you see me walk up to the guy and like maybe whisper something, but that's about it. But you don't hear anything I say.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know that I have shit on my face.
As we're riding along, I'll look at Graven. Who's the best master? Oh, never mind, I got the answer.
What?
I'm face palming at this point, kind of also to half hide the laughter.
Rowan just occasionally throughout the day just sort of looks at you and smiles a little.
I guess at some point in the cart on our way, I would like probably touch my face. There's like some bits of char stay on my finger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it smears real bad. That stuff smears awful.
Okay, so I touch it and I see this on my fingers like, what the hell?
Oh, you like rolled into the fire after it went out last night.
I pull out a rag and just toss it at Graven.
You
that
got
lie was so bad, I'm not even going to make Raven roll. I'm going to make you roll deception on that.
I mean, logically, my head would have catch fire if that
no,
was
after it went out.
After.
I need a deception roll for that.
Oh.
That's a real bad lie.
That's the best deception one I've made.
Insight.
I'm honestly going to say that's not good enough. Because your face would be absolutely covered in soot and charcoal marks.
I mean, it pretty much is.
I mean, yeah, but you guys wrote on it a little bit. Like his face, his clothes, you'd be absolutely covered in that.
Yeah, that's why I pulled out a rag and threw it at Graven as a wipe yourself off.
Like, he's definitely lying about that because that's a real bad lie.
Yeah, so I wipe off in the rag, and I'm like, what the frig are you talking about?
Nothing.
Rowan's just giggling. Just straight up giggling.
Did you guys do something to me while I was passed out last night?
No.
No. Why would you think that?
Because you're laughing uncontrollably?
I am like dead quiet and just like watch, like moving my head between the three of them like a tennis match.
Did you guys do something to my face?
No.
I mean,
Don't worry, it comes off.
yeah. It's more like
And I just point at the
the
rag as like,
intent.
just wipe yourself off. It's not even worth it. Let it slide.
You guys are. Did I tell you guys you were assholes yet? Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Well, I mean, if that's how you feel about me, I won't help you next time.
Friendly assholes.
There you go. Now he's learning.
You know we love ya.
Can we get a roll to see if he gets all the charcoal off his face or if some of it's still left on?
I mean, you never get all of it off. I've worked with charcoal before. It takes forever.
He
And a
gets
hot
enough-
shower.
He gets enough off to like look somewhat decent.
If somewhat
Sure.
dirty.
Okay, so do we make it back to Juniper's?
Yeah, you do. Pretty easily, pretty safely.
Okay, so there's Darwick. Trying to remember where exactly it was on the map. Alright, So go to Juniper and let him know. Knock on the... Well, is it appropriate time of day to visit him?
Yeah, let's say you guys get back like 4 in the afternoon.
Perfect.
I think any time is an appropriate time. I don't think he sleeps.
He does. Just very odd hours. Yeah, we'll go to Juniper's, talk, do what we need to do, spend a night in our usual area, and then head out to Darwick.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Sure.
So I don't remember. Yeah, I wasn't there. It was you two, Rowan and Graven. So you need to tell
Yeah.
Juniper.
We're supposed to, yeah, just...
I have a few questions anyways to ask Juniper.
Before I get to Juniper, I guess let's take like a 5-minute break.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So you go to Juniper's house. It's looking rather not exploded this time around, which is always good. He's just kind of milling about inside his store, not really paying attention to you guys, just kind of doing whatever it is that he's doing.
Hey, Juniper, we're back.
He looks up at the four of you. He's like, "Oh, welcome back."
We have some developments as well as questions for you.
Yes, ask away.
So we ran into someone named Chemio at the party. Does that ring any bells?
Say that name again.
Chemo.
Chemo, sorry.
There you go. He's like, yes, I do know a chemo.
What do you know of her?
He kind of like looks around. He's like, well, I know some things.
Can I tell that he's like kind of hiding stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Okay. Juniper, I'm gonna ask you something. And can you answer me honestly, please? I feel like we know.
Maybe.
What's your past with the criminal background?
Oh, well, my potions are useful for many different kinds of people. I do make a very varied variety of normal potions.
Okay, and
I didn't know there was an end to that.
so you're providing potions to criminals?
I provide potions to whoever buys them.
Technically, he is a store.
I am. It's true.
Right.
He like kind of points over at his displays and like aisles.
Okay.
And
So
they don't
here's
have
what
to
I'm getting.
advertise that they're criminals. They just come in and give him the coin.
No, but what I'm getting to, guys, is that I've been thinking Juniper has had a personal invitation to this party. And it's very obvious that he knows most or all the people there because he didn't want us to mention his name. So I'm wondering at this point.
Juniper, are you still in the criminal organization?
I've never been in one. No.
There, you happy?
But how do you know those people all personally like that?
Well, he doesn't say anything after that.
See, he's hiding something.
So was I.
I look pretty serious and I look at Juniper. Listen, at this point, the secret circle might be involved in what we're getting, in our actions.
They're involved in most things.
I look at Graven and go, just because he got an invitation to that party doesn't really mean anything. You think she would have been a little more suspicious if someone just wanted to go home with her? If she was a criminal? She was pretty willing to go home. She didn't seem very suspicious to me at all, and most people there didn't.
Just out of curiosity, Juniper, is Chemo like a rival of yours at all, or like...
Nobody's a rival.
No one does what you can do.
But what's his relationship with Chemio, though?
She just was very specific, without us even mentioning. She knew that we had your invitation, and just wanted you to know.
She is smart, that young one.
Should we be concerned that she knows you, or if you were affiliated, or the fact that what we're about to do is going to involve the secret circle?
Yeah, probably not.
Because
Good enough for me.
we were asked to do something to someone, to the doctor, And if we do succeed, we're supposed to tell you that she did it.
She wants the credit.
Ah, sounds to me like she's looking out for you.
And I'm kind of like give this like told you so look at Graven, like this exasperated look.
I mean,
But I guess it also means she'll have a bigger name for herself in the circle. But each their own, I guess.
Would you say she's a better option to have more power than, say, the Doctor?
None of them should be in power, but we have what we get what we can take.
Is she the lesser of two evils?
I mean, I don't really believe in that because evil is still evil, but I mean,
Would she be easier to take down later?
no. But neither would the Doctor.
Okay, well.
I mean, you're kind of killing two birds with one stone.
She's gaining more power, so it would be harder for us to defeat her later on. It's just, can we live with ourselves if she is in power, as opposed to the Doctor? Right now, the Doctor has proven to himself that he takes people and does things with them, under the guise of helping others.
I guess...
Kima's a trafficker of information. That's all we know about her.
Let's just one battle at a time.
How much do you know about Darwick?
I mean, it's a city, so a lot.
Okay. There's a purveyor there named Snot Hill Slatebringer.
I chuckle.
I do too.
Well, you asked about the city, not the people around the city.
Okay. Well, that's why I was like, first I want to know what you know about the city, then... So I'm trying to be more specific.
Do you know anyone by that name?
That doesn't sound too familiar.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Are you satisfied, Graven?
Still have my personal doubts. In the back of my head, I'm like, how does Juniper tied to all these people besides selling them potions? Because he does know them personally.
Well, it seemed like the party was for anyone that was rich. If Juniper's been at this for as long as he has, he's probably just amassed wealth as well.
Influential, rich, or potentially influential. Like up-and-comers.
I guess.
So it's quite possible not every single one of these people is bad.
I
Maybe
just
that's
sigh.
me being naive.
Or maybe it's me being too precautious.
You're gonna have to have some faith and trust to a degree. You can temper it with caution, but you're making judgments that I feel are potentially detrimental.
I just sigh. Maybe you're right.
That said, keep up the paranoia because it might save our ass someday.
Well, you know what they say, they can never be too careful. And he gives you a wink, Graven.
Yes. Yes, I know that.
No, I don't mean about the stealing. I'm very directly saying about what your next steps.
Oh, yes. Well, that too. Yeah, I don't know because obviously this, as soon as the secret circle was mentioned, this is going to have a huge impact on the criminal.
It's gonna have a regional effect.
Yeah.
A very large regional effect. I wasn't exactly there for that conversation. Where exactly were we supposed to go to take out for the Doctor mission? I know we have to go to Darkwick for mine, but I don't...
She was supposed to come to us.
I know one location to be determined by Dirk.
Okay. So it's just a matter of waiting for her to contact us?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean, we can always go to the one location that we know.
Where was that?
Right.
We don't... We know that we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know out of character.
Yeah.
But in character, I know.
Okay. So, I think the best thing to do... Rest for the night and then head for Darkwick?
Probably.
Unless we get contacted for the other location.
It would probably be Darkwick and then probably the location that we know of, possibly, if we don't get a response yet.
At least it gives us something to do instead of just waiting around doing nothing.
Yeah. Before we leave Juniper real quick, I just want to ask Juniper, is there such a thing as an insecure phone stone line?
Well, you have to be rather skilled to interrupt the phone stone, but I guess nothing's really secure.
But let's say we're having a conversation right now on the phone. Could someone potentially be listening on this conversation without us knowing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's a very important detail to know.
I mean, like I said, it's not very hard, but it's not very easy. I mean, the other way. It's not very easy. It is doable.
It's doable. So that means very sensitive information should not be shared on the phone stone.
It's generally pretty smart not to do that.
Okay, so I was wrong. That was my suggestion, was to just phone stone you about this, what we just talked about. But while we are here, I actually might as well do some shopping.
You're gonna buy potions, or?
No, I'm actually going to buy a practice lock for Rowan, put that in a handbag that I buy for Rowan, and then give it to Rowan. Just let me know how much I spent.
What, a handbag and a set of practice locks?
Yeah.
10 gold.
Okay. I come back to our guest in room. If we keep using Farspire as our base, we need to really buy our own place.
How much is the house in Farspire?
How nice.
Decent.
Decent, but not like extremely rich.
Like a riverside, near the market, near the king.
I mean, the real question is 4 bedrooms or 3.
Or
Well, we already know that Rowan and Kerveius do some other shady stuff that we don't know about.
That question was in-game directed at Rowan and Kerveius.
yeah, Rowan
Yes, it
just sort of
was.
looks at you. 4.
Okay,
And I said that comment in character.
just checking.
I'm just,
What?
I'm just like, I'm like trying to stifle a laugh, but not succeeding very well.
Rowan's face is just getting red.
A decent house in the middle of the city. I'll run you. Well, 4 bedrooms is going to add a bit to it. So let's say 6,000 gold.
That is not a lot.
I mean, it's in the middle of the city, so you're not close to anything like really nice. If you want a riverfront property, it'll be more. If you want something close to a market, it'll be more.
Yeah, that's a lot cheaper than I thought. I'm willing to pitch in 1,500.
But
Yeah.
you guys said an okay house, so
What about
Yeah,
a
just
one-bedroom
modern.
studio on the river?
a 1-bedroom studio on the river. On the river, that'll be 4,000.
4,000.
It's all about location.
I, for one, would not mind having like,
A house?
yeah.
Yeah, I'd chip in the
1,500. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I do the same. That's actually a really good idea.
Especially since we have like the boatload that we just earned.
I mean,
I pretty much used it all.
Yeah.
speak for yourself. I lost 5,000.
So go
I
ahead.
had 2,400 left.
and
so-
mark off 1,500. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a house. Yay!
We have
Hooray.
a 4-bedroom house.
Graven just looks and it's like, I don't think I've ever owned a house, guys.
We're coming up in the world.
Yes, so.
All right, so as soon as you guys sign the deed and the deed goes into the deed office, you get a couple other people stopping by. One would be an insurance salesman. So you feel like insurance on the house.
Oh god, this is too real.
Homeowners Association.
The insurance on a 6,000 gold house will be 600 gold. If you wish to pay it, that'll be paid once yearly.
Once yearly. Oh, that's not. Yeah, I'd say yeah, guys.
I guess.
That means insurance for the year for 600.
Closer we to Juniper's shop.
3-minute walk.
Okay, yeah. I'll put in 150 gold.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll pitch in 150.
All right.
Same.
You guys did buy the house empty, by the way, so you are going to need to buy furnishings.
Okay.
It has a basement, and it's, let's say, 2 floors, so it's kind of wide. I'll actually design it out later. I'm not lazy.
Man, I did not think that we would be buying a house this episode. That's the last thing that would cross my mind.
I think the title of this episode is going to be called "Did We Just Adult?"
Yeah.
We didn't purchase the furniture from the staging company, guys. Come on.
Juniper kind of shows you guys to a furnishing shop, so you can get a little discount. But like
Sure.
for all the furnishings to get everything you need, probably cost upper of 500 gold.
So you said upstairs, downstairs, and a basement?
Yeah.
Still, that's impressive. So we each get a bedroom. We have basically the living room, kitchen on the ground floor. The basement we could utilize for... We could divide that up into 4, and each of it be like our own little...
Or we use it as a tactical room.
I was good. Training room.
Yeah.
Oh.
A corner
Alright,
could be
put a bunch
like...
of beer down there.
Yeah.
No fire in the house. No fire tricks in the house, rather.
That seems like an
And
unfair
I just kind of
rule,
look
if
at
we
you,
should
I'm like, well
reconsider.
then why am I living in this house?
Wait, is the basement stone?
Doesn't matter. The roof would be
The
wood.
roof is wood, though.
That was specified. Like Rowan looks at Kerveius. That's more
That's
to
what we pay insurance for, right?
I would not like... I would prefer not to burn the house down that we just got. But
No
I
one
see-
keep anything valuable in the house. Got it.
That's what the bag of holdings are for.
I know.
Okay, so don't leave Nola in the house. Got it.
I make a little shrine to my adamantite arrows.
You would do that in your bedroom.
It's Yenian. He would do that in the living room.
I'll do it right in front of my door so that, I see them every day.
If you do it, I know I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, but the thing is, who would steal them? Yenian will know.
Yeah, so you have everything you need for your house.
And furnished. How much would it be for the furnish?
500 for everything.
So 125 each.
125 each.
Get an arcane lock, just put my adamantite arrows in there. Every so often when Graven walks around, just pull one out.
I'm very curious to see what kind of blueprint that Dirk will make for this house so we can
Mhm.
claim our rooms.
I know.
Yeah.
I have the game Medieval Engineers, and I'm almost tempted to make it in that game.
Oh,
Oh man.
that'd be awesome.
It's a good stopping point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it's about where we normally stop.
Yeah. See you all next time.
See you
Yay.
next week.
See you next week.
See ya.